Well, folks, Mr. 45 Donald Trump has to pay $83.3 million to writer E. Jean Carroll for a defamation suit. Now, we have video clip of this woman, which we'll get to in just one moment, but this whole thing has a Democrat-ran justice system written all over it. And how do I come to that conclusion? The amount awarded to Carroll is well over 3 times the amount that her legal team even asked for in the closing argument, $24 million, and more than 8 times the amount Carroll requested in her initial lawsuit, which was $10 million. So somehow she goes, yeah, I just want $10 million, and he's having to pay $83.3 million. The jury found that Trump owed Carroll $11 million to cover the cost of the campaign to repair the harm done to her reputation, $7.3 million to address the emotional harm the 80-year-old writer sustained from remarks Trump made in 2019 about her and her accusations of rape. The jury ordered Trump to pay another $65 million in punitive damages. Now, I just want to give you an inside look at who this woman is and ask the question, are we really supposed to take her seriously? You let me know. Let's roll it.
That's because some very distinguished mice live here. Kahneman lives in the kitchen. Taberski lives in the bedroom. This is my shed. And on that side are the books that most influenced me growing up. On the door are the lists of my dogs. Marky, Fortuna de la Spunky, Heidi, Tits, Bloody, and Hepburn. The streams and the rivers were dry. And it so horrified me that I came out and started painting the rocks blue to indicate that there was once a river here. And then after I got done painting the rocks, I just sort of walked over here and then did that tree and then did that tree and then I did this tree. And then pretty soon I'd done this whole forest. That's because some very...
Folks, this is the lady that was suing Trump for $10 million and got $83.3 million. And Benny Johnson's right here. Meet Donald Trump's accuser. She lives in a house with mice in the middle of the forest called the Mouse House. Has a bizarre name for her dogs. Paints trees and rocks in the forest. This woman is unstable, and people treat her as credible. Yeah, Benny, because when the bench is full of Democrats and these libs, somehow it all makes sense to crazy people because they're crazy. Folks, if you're out in the middle of the woods painting trees and rocks, yeah, it's a little crazy. Trump promised to appeal the decision in a statement released after the jury's findings. Absolutely ridiculous, the statement began. Yeah, I fully disgrace with both verdicts and will be appealing the whole Biden-directed witch hunt focused on me and the Republican Party. Our legal system is out of control. I agree, Donald, yes. And being used to be a political weapon, they have taken away all First Amendment rights. This is not America. Oh, I couldn't agree more, Mr. President. I could not agree with you more, my friend. The jury spent 2 hours and 45 minutes in deliberations after closing arguments, and I'm sure majority of that was, how much money can we rack up on this guy because we just don't like him? That's really what it is. You ask for 10, you get 83.3 million. Really? Doesn't seem a little fair to me. Seems a little like Alex Jones-esque, and this is nowhere near what Alex Jones was even being sued for. They just did this because they don't like Trump. If they could do this to him, you guys, guess who else they could do it to? You or I. Afterward, the verdict was read aloud in the courtroom. Trump, who attended the trial earlier in the day, was not present to hear the jury's decision. He just walked out. He actually left early, which I love. Trump's like, peace out. These people are a bunch of crazy people. I would pay a lot of money for something I never did. It's a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. And he's not wrong. Oh, he's not wrong. The other judge here, Lewis Kaplan, thanked the jurors for their work and warned them against going public now that the trial is over. Now, I know that we're not really supposed to know who the juries are and the reasoning behind it, but I guarantee you these are all Dems. These are all libs. There's no way there's a Republican or conservative in here that's like, yeah, I think that's worth an extra $70.3 million or however much. Quote, my advice to you is that you never disclose that you were on this jury, and I won't say anything more about it. Yeah, because sounds like there's some foosery going on, Judge Kaplan. A little bit of an untiered justice system that's leaning more in Democrats' favor than it is Republicans' favor. It's been going on for decades. The decision by the jury caps off an Times chaotic final day in court in which Kaplan threatened to put one of Trump's attorneys behind bars, and in which the former president at one point stormed out of the courtroom as Carroll's legal team was making its closing argument. Kaplan threatened to throw Trump's attorney and put her in lockup after the two got in a heated exchange over allowable evidence in the courtroom. Is anybody else with me on this, that there's some foosery going on? Lady Liberty does not exactly have her blindfold on, it doesn't seem like, when it comes to Donald Trump. So there you have it. I'm curious to know what you think, because that video showed a lady that is not credible in my opinion. When you start painting rocks and trees and you're putting some weird ass dog's names on some shed and you're living with mice and stuff, I don't know. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below, folks. Hit that like and subscribe and share this with your friends and family all over social media. And I'll see you tomorrow here on The Bald Brad Show.